time is it?
Don't know. I guess we're just waiting on them.
Yep.
Hi, the person who just logged on with the phone number ending in 400, please just let me know what your name is and who you're here on behalf of.
I'm Luther Segrest.
Okay.
Luthersegrest.
Okay, and who are you here on behalf of?
Beg your pardon?
Who are you here on behalf of?
I'm myself.
Or what company?
It is, yeah, Pruda Towing Service Center.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And do you expect to be presenting any documents today?
I don't have any documents. It's just a simple statement. We're don't have any employees.
Hold on to that for the judge. I just need to know if we need to present any documents.
Oh, okay.
When the time comes, the judge will let you know.
We're waiting on people.
Waiting for people. Yeah. Give me that notepad there.
What
the little one.
It?
Oh, it's time. We were 5 minutes early. Supposed to be 5 minutes early, so now.
What time is it now?
2 minutes till.
Oh, okay.
So we were about right.
Okay, I'm also just going to mute you for the moment, and then I will, you can unmute you when the time comes to speak.
Okie doke.
Good afternoon. Let's go on the record in proceeding number 25C-0251-INS. I am Kelly Rosenberg, the Administrative Law Judge assigned to this proceeding. This is the Commission's standing show cause insurance hearing set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. At this time, I would like to take appearances, and let's start with staff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Justin Larson, Assistant Attorney General with the Colorado Department of Law. With me, as always, is Staff Witness Marquita Riley.
Thank you. And I see we have two, I believe, individuals, maybe three individuals here. I see I'll start with who I see first. Mr. Segrest, is that how to pronounce your name? Mr. Luther Segrest?
He may, Your Honor, he may
Yeah.
need to be unmuted by the administrator because he was muted during the preliminary 5 minutes before the hearing started.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so Mr. Segrest, do you hope today to testify on behalf of your company?
Yeah, we just want to resolve this real quick.
Okay, and how these proceed is staff will present first, and then we have individual respondents will have the opportunity to testify on behalf of their companies. Ordinarily, parties need to have attorneys representing them in these types of proceedings, but that is not always the case. So I want to ask you a few questions to ensure that you can represent your company in this proceeding when we get to that time. And so, are you an owner of your company?
I am.
And how many owners are there?
2. And the
Okay,
other one's right here as well.
Okay.
But
and
he has hearing problems.
Okay.
And kind of has to talk on his phone to hear all this.
We will just have one of you speak on behalf of the company then, and it sounds like it will be you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then, so we will get to you after staff proceeds, and it doesn't take very long, but we'll get to you after that. I just needed to make sure that you were qualified to represent your company in this proceeding. And then, so you could go ahead and wait until I call you again. And then I have a Mr. Forrest Cannon. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. And I'm not sure if you just heard what I was saying to Mr. Segrest, but I just need to ask a few questions. Do you intend to testify on behalf of your company?
9,707,124,502.
Mr. Segrest, if you could mute
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
I'm the sole owner. Yeah, I'll be representing myself.
Okay, great. And then are those the only 2 companies? I do see another phone number, but is that with Mr. Segrest as well?
Maybe. I'm not sure what the phone number is.
Okay. April, before we started, did any other company representative speak to you about presenting today? I'm not sure if you can hear me.
No, I wasn't able to ask if anyone else has any documents to show since they joined right when you were getting started. So yeah, does anyone, Mr. Cannon, do you have any documents that you're expecting to present?
Me? Yeah, I mean, I've been in contact with my insurance company, my underwriter. Yeah, they said, yeah, I have insurance, and I asked if it was submitted.
Yeah, but nothing that you need to present on the screen for the hearing.
And actually, if we could take a step back, I just wanted to make sure I was speaking that it was just Mr. Segrest and Mr. Cannon, and that we didn't have any other respondents here.
Okay, yes, sorry, I didn't talk to anyone else. The number ending in I think it's 588 joined right at the last minute as well, so I'm not sure about that.
Okay, the individual whose phone number ends in 588, can you go ahead and identify yourself here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Scott Williams with First Class Movers.
And do you intend to testify on behalf of your company today?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let me just ask you a couple of questions. Are you an owner of First Class Movers?
Yes, I am.
And how many owners does your company have?
2, but I'm majority owner.
And then you have authority to speak on behalf of your company, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so what will happen is staff will go ahead and present their case, and then we'll go through one by one, and the respondents will have an opportunity to testify. I just wanted to make sure that you were appropriately qualified to do so. So at this time, if everybody else can mute themselves, we're going to go ahead and start the proceeding. And at this time, I just need to remind or inform all participants that it is the Commission's practice to record and webcast legal proceedings, including this one. If I mispronounce anyone's name or if I use an incorrect gender pronoun, I mean no disrespect, please just correct me and I will do my best to get it right from then on out. And at this time, let's have staff go ahead and present their case.
Thank you, Your Honor. And before we call our first witness, I just wanted to note for the record, at least with regard to Mr. Cannon for Samurai Towing, my understanding is that Ms. Riley that is one of the carriers that Ms. Riley will be asking to dismiss from the proceeding because insurance was updated. So I just wanted to throw that out there before we get started. Okay, and then staff calls Marquita Riley.
Ms. Riley, do you mind raising your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Great. All right. Thank you, Mr. Larson, your witness.
Good afternoon, Ms. Riley. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Marquita Riley, Marquita Riley.
And who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
And what is your job title?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
And can you describe your role in today's proceeding?
I review the commission records and coordinate with staff for these proceedings against motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
Now, do the statutes and commission rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
Can you tell us which statutes or rules impose this requirement?
Rule 6008 requires that motor carriers file and maintain evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
And what needs to be provided to the commission in order to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008, motor carriers must electronically file an example via Form E as evidence of financial responsibility.
How long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Per Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice when insurance is not being renewed or if it's being canceled.
And what's the next step when the PUC receives a notification of cancellation or non-renewal?
I use the Upright database to compile a list of motor carriers that the commission received written notice of cancellation.
Mr. Larson, I apologize
Yes.
for interrupting. Mr. Segrest, can you please mute yourself? I don't know if others are hearing that background noise, but if you could mute yourself until we call on you, that'd be great. Sorry about that. Go ahead and proceed.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Ms. Riley, were the exhibits for today's hearing provided to the respondents?
Yes, they were.
And can you briefly describe how that was done?
I created the list of permit and certificate numbers and email addresses that the commission have on file for each respondent. I then emailed that list and the exhibits over to the AG's office. The AG's office then pre-filed the exhibits, emailed all the respondents and copied me on the email.
Can we please pull up what has been pre-marked as hearing exhibit 1 in staff's box? Now, can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
Did you prepare this list?
I did.
And how was it prepared?
I used the commission's Upright database to compile this list.
When did you prepare it?
On June 9th, 2025.
And can you just tell us where on the exhibit that date appears?
Yes, it's on the bottom right corner.
Does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see in exhibit 1 as part of the regular course of business?
Yes.
And is it the commission's practice to maintain documents like exhibit 1 as part of its business record?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit exhibit 1.
Admitted.
Now, based on the list we see up here, Ms. Riley, what action did the commission take?
The commission then sent a letter to each respondent.
Can we please pull up what's been pre-marked as hearing exhibit 2 in staff's box? All right, and this appears to be a series of documents. Can you describe what these documents are, Ms. Riley?
Yes, these are copies of the letters sent to the respondents on today's updated list.
And what does the information in the letters tell the respondents, just in summary?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority are suspended as of the date the insurance coverage expires unless proof of proper insurance is submitted to the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing and advises the respondents that if proper evidence of financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be permanently revoked.
Can you tell us when the commission sent these letters?
On June 9th, 2025.
Is it the commission's practice to create letters like these in the regular course of business?
Yes.
And is it the commission's practice to maintain letters like the letters that we see in Exhibit 2 as part of its business record?
Yes.
Move to admit Exhibit 2 into evidence, Your Honor.
Admitted.
Now, Ms. Riley, does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent?
Yes, per Rule 6006 requires that motor carriers establish and maintain a designated agent.
Were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents on file with the commission for each respondent?
Yes.
When did the commission serve these letters?
The letters were served on June 9th, 2025.
Thank you. And can we please pull up what has been pre-marked as hearing Exhibit 3? Thank you. Now, can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the attachment that was sent along with the notice letters. It contains instructions on how to participate in the video conference hearing.
When was this attachment sent to the respondents?
On June 9th, 2025.
That was with the notice letters that we talked about for Exhibit 2?
Yes, that's correct.
And is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with the notification letters sent to the respondents whenever it holds a hearing like today?
Yes.
And did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of business?
Yes.
Is it the commission's practice to maintain attachments like this in the regular course of its business?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 3.
Admitted.
Now, can we please pull up what's been pre-marked as hearing Exhibit 4? Can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is a certificate of service for the notice letters and attachments sent to each respondent.
And did the commission create the certificate in the regular course of its business?
Yes.
Is it the commission's practice to maintain certificates like this in the regular course of business?
Yes.
Staff moves to admit Exhibit 4, Your Honor.
Admitted.
Thank you. Now, sticking with this document, Ms. Riley, the language on the certificate says, quote, whose name and addresses appear below, end quote. Below that, it states, quote, see hearing cycle listing, end quote. Are these two statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing that we saw in Exhibit 1?
Yes.
And just going back to hearing Exhibit 2, we don't need to pull it up. I'm just going to ask about it. This is the notice letter. The letter informs the respondents about what happens if they can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. So can you just describe if the commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens?
Then we will not proceed against that carrier and will dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
So with that, did staff create an updated hearing cycle listing for today's hearing?
Yes.
Can we please pull up what's been previously marked as hearing Exhibit 5? Can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that the commission still have not received updated financial responsibility.
Did staff create this list in the same way as you described for hearing Exhibit 1?
Yes.
And you created this document?
Yes, I did.
When did you create it?
on June 23rd, 2025.
Did the commission create this hearing cycle listing in the regular course of its business?
Yes,
And is it the commission's practice to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing like in Exhibit 5 as part of the commission's business record?
yes.
Move to admit Exhibit 5, Your Honor.
Admit it.
Thank you. And Ms. Riley, did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes,
Did the addresses listed in hearing Exhibit 5 match the carrier's addresses in hearing Exhibit number 2?
yes.
When is the last time you checked to see if there was any change in the status of the carriers in Exhibit 5?
This morning, June 25th, 2025.
Thank you. Are you aware of any pending applications, either for suspension or abandonment, affecting any common or contract carriers listed in Exhibit 5?
No, we don't have any pending applications for this proceeding number.
Does staff recommend dismissing any carriers listed in Exhibit 5? And if so, can you just go ahead and say which ones?
Yes, I do have a few for dismissal. I have Rad Transport, PUC number LL-04310. Yellow Line Towing and Recovery LLC, doing business as Layton Towing, PUC number T-04969. Samurai Movers LLC, PUC number HHG-00597. Specialized Towing Services LLC, doing business as STS, PUC number T-0555. Advanced Towing, PUC number T-03905. Pantusa Towing Colorado LLC, PUC number T-05426. Insurance was updated for all of those companies.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. And are you aware of any letters that were returned to the commission?
Yes, I also have multiple return mails for this proceeding as well. Leo's Towing and Storage LLC, DA Limo LLC, Phoenix Property Preservation Inc., AWG Automotive and Towing LLC, First Class Movers LLC, and Mara Inc. There was no other address on file for us to remail out the return mail.
And did you also verify that the addresses for each of those carriers matched what you had in the operates database?
Yes.
Thank you. And just a few concluding questions for you, and we can pull that exhibit down. Thank you. So, Ms. Riley, when does the decision made after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision would become a final commission order decision 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the recommended decision if no exceptions are filed.
And what happens if a carrier provides proper proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that respondent.
What's staff's overall recommendation for today?
Staff recommends that the certificate of permit numbers listed on here in Exhibit 5 be revoked for lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for Rad Transport, Layton Towing, Samurai Movers LLC, STS, Advanced Towing, and Pantusa Towing Colorado LLC.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. No further questions from staff.
Thank you, Mr. Larson, and thank you, Ms. Riley. I don't have any questions for you, but if you don't mind sticking around in the event some of the individual respondents, you might be able to assist with them.
Of course.
Thank you. Thanks. So now, actually, first, let's get Mr. Cannon. We'll sort of go in a different order because it sounds like yours was one, as Mr. Larson said, suggested, recommended for dismissal, which means that staff does have your updated insurance. And so what happens then is in the recommended order that I will write, I carve out those entities that Ms. Riley had said should be dismissed. And so actually, I'm not sure if Mr. Cannon is even here anymore. I think he left, so I think he's satisfied, but let me just double check. Mr. Cannon, are you available? Are you here anymore? Okay, sounds like he was taken care of. His concerns were taken care of. So, Mr. Seagrass, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, great. And so now at this time, what you can do is you can provide a narrative. You may be subject to some questions from Mr. Larson or myself. And why don't you go ahead and let us know your what you have to say in your testimony.
This is all over workman's compensation insurance, and we have no employees anymore. We have insurance for the towing company itself. PUC number T03143. It's just over workman's comp insurance, and we were told when we have no employees, we were no longer workman compensatable.
Okay. I'd hate to put you on the spot, Ms. Riley. Do you have any input here?
Yes. So we will need for you to get in contact with the Department of Labor so you can opt out of workman's comp so that we're not looking for that. And then they have a list on their website of the companies that have opted out of workman's comp. If you like, I can give you their phone number and you can give them a call so that you can get the information that you need from them.
That will be good. I wish our insurance agent would have told us this.
Yeah, and they probably don't have that information, but if you're ready for that number, I can give that to you.
I am ready.
Okay, that number is 303-318-8000.
Okay, we will give them a call and get that done.
Okay.
And is that what you're looking for, Ken? Just a form that says opt out of?
And it's just a form we got to fill out?
I believe so, but I don't have all the information to opt out. I do know that there is forms that you have to mail into them, but I'm not sure what all that consists of.
Okay, we will find out.
Okay.
Yeah, the only time we got this letter in the mail is all, and I didn't see any way by the letter to correct it before this hearing. But we will get a hold of these people and do whatever paperwork thereafter to resolve this. Thank you.
And Mr. Seagrath, the decision doesn't really go into effect here until 20 days after it's issued, and it takes 7 days or longer to get the decisions issued typically. So is it something you could get taken care of in the next 3-4 weeks?
Yes, we're going to try to anyway. We'll see what they say. We'll get it taken care of one way or the other, but first we'll give this number a call and go from there.
Okay, great. Thank you. And
thank you.
So now you're welcome. Mr. Williams, would you like to provide some narrative? And I'm not sure if you heard what I just told Mr. Seagrath, but you may be subjected to some questions as well. And Mr. Seagrath, if you could mute, there we go. Thank you. So go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry, what was your question?
Do you have any testimony that you wish to provide?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
And then why don't we, are you able to turn a camera on?
No, I'm on the phone.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and swear you in because it sounds like you may have some testimony to provide here. So could you raise your right hand? And
yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this kind of all happened right around the same time as my renewal for my insurance. I actually became owner in the business on June articles of declarations and all that at June 13th. So, and then my insurance was due to renewal the next 17th of June. And all this stuff was going on, and once I finally got this done, I actually have all my insurance done. I just left my high country truck insurance agency. Just paid them $8,000 to get all this done, and I have all my, let's see, Form E, Form H, Form G, all of that. All that's done.
Oh, okay, Mr. Williams. So it sounds like this is something that you're in the process of taking care of, and I just want to reiterate that you'll have 20 days from the date that the decision is issued before the order becomes final. And so if you could get the matter taken care of between now and then you should not be affected by the decision.
Yeah, we're literally I just finished everything this morning. Everything's done. I have all my insurance for the trucks and everything. We're good.
Okay.
Have documentation. I can email you or bring down there, whatever you need.
And it needs to be filed through the proper channels. Do you need assistance? Do you need Ms. Riley to talk to you about how to go about doing that, or is that something you know how to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my carrier, my insurance agent, he's handling that.
Great. Okay, do you have anything else to discuss?
No, that was it. I was just addressing this issue, and everything has been taken care of.
Great, appreciate that. And then, so it sounds like those were the only respondents that we had show up today. And I thank everybody for your time. I will take this matter under advisement, and I will issue a written decision in this matter. And at this time, we'll go ahead and conclude the hearing and go off the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.